everyone, welcome back to App Script Shenanigans with Linda, and as always, I would be Linda. Today I'm going to share with you part of my app script helper file. This is the file that I have, and I basically use it in all of my app script projects whenever I'm accessing Google Sheets. It just makes it easier for me because I have all of my helper files, or rather all of my helper functions in one file. I think you'll find it a valuable resource, or I hope you will, whether you're a beginner app script developer or even an experienced app script user. In this video, we're going to look at two things. We're going to look at how to load the current active sheet, and then we're going to look at how to load a sheet from a file ID. So example, if you have a file on your Google Drive account and you want to load that one into your sheet, then you can. So let's get into it. In this first function, it's actually quite simple, and some people may not think that you need it. So it's easier for me to just simply remember get active sheet, and it does everything for me. It calls spreadsheet, sheet, app, and then get active sheet, and it returns the sheet to me. This is a very simple method. However, sometimes I want to load a file from my Drive account. I don't want to use the current active sheet. So for that, I have a function which allows me to read the file from Drive. The function getSheetByFileId takes a file ID as an input. The function first tries to get the file object from Drive app. If the file doesn't exist or it isn't a spreadsheet type, then the function logs an error message and it returns undefined. Otherwise, the function opens the file as a sheet and returns the sheet object to me. Here is an example of how to use the file or the getSheetByFileId function. First, I have my file ID as a constant, and then I call the getSheet. Then I can test on whether or not it returned it or not, and then I can use it respectively. So in this video, we looked at how to load the current active sheet and how to load an external sheet using the file ID. These are two very useful methods, as they will allow you to automate tasks across multiple spreadsheets. You can use the getActiveSheet function to load the current active sheet. This is a very simple function, but it can be used in a variety of different scripts. For example, you could use it to write a script that automatically formats the date in the current active sheet, or create a script that generates a report based upon the data in the current active sheet. You could then use getSheetByFileId function to load external sheets using the file ID. This function is a bit more complex, but it's still relatively easy to use. You can use this function to automate tasks across multiple spreadsheets, such as copying data from one sheet to another, or generating or consolidating row reports in multiple sheets. Personally, I like to use it because I have several template sheets that I then load the template in and can then replace the items in the template on the fly and write it to the current active sheet. I hope you found this video useful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more app script tutorials and tips.